Welcome back everyone, it's Max again with another strength and stability flow. Please join me if you're ready to get started by taking a seat on your mat, finding a nice comfortable seat. We will check in with ourselves for just a moment here before we get moving. So once you've found your seat, find a nice long spine, lengthen the back of the neck, maybe tucking the chin slightly. You can feel free to close your eyes if that feels good to you, or you can keep them open. So let's start by taking 3 deep cleansing breaths. So exhale everything out, and then inhale, filling all the way up through the nose. Open the mouth, side out. Inhale, filling all the way up. Open the mouth, side out. Last one, biggest one yet. Inhale. Sipping a little extra at the top. Open the mouth, side out. Seal the lips. Continue to breathe in and out through the nose. Maybe you've already noticed a subtle shift in how you feel just based on these 3 deep breaths. So check in with yourself. Just notice where you're at to start this practice. Notice how you feel. And then let's take a moment to set our intention. What do you want to call into this practice? What do you want to embody? So just take a moment to yourself in silence now. When you feel like you've got your intention, you can go ahead and blink open the eyes and then meet me in the tabletop position to start our movement portion. So on hands and knees, palms flat on the mat, shoulders stacked over the wrist, and we'll begin as we usually do with some cat-cows. So inhale, arching your back, looking up. And as you exhale, rounding your spine, maybe gazing towards your navel. Inhale, arching the back, looking up. Exhale to round the spine. Breathing in and out through the nose. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Take a few more on your own, linking your movement with your breath. And then find any organic movement. So roll your hips around, wave the spine, shift your weight. Do what you need to do to feel a little bit less stiff, to loosen up. And then let's come back to our neutral tabletop. Let's bring the palms a little closer to the knees. And we'll do our wrist warm up, so palms flat on the mat and just gently rocking forward and backward. You can curl the toes under here to maybe get a little bit of a foot stretch when you shift your weight back. And then maybe finding some circles, shifting your weight around on your wrists in circles. And then switch directions. And I just want to give a quick reminder, there should be no pain at any point during our class today. So you should push yourself, challenge yourself, but if you feel any pain, especially any pinching in the joint, in any of our positions today, then just back off a little bit. That's a sign from your body that you need to listen to. All right, walk the hands out a little bit further, back into our tabletop. We'll flip the hands around so the fingers are pointing back towards the knees. You can do this one wrist at a time if that's easier. This can be pretty intense for some people, so if you feel like you want to just do one wrist at a time, go for it. I like to do 2. And you can shift your weight back and forth here. You can bend one elbow, lift that palm, sway side to side. Just feeling into your wrists. And then gently release, and we'll place the back of the palms, or the back of the hands down on the mat. And again, similar options here, swaying side to side, rocking backward and forward, maybe finding circles. Just do what you need to do to get your wrists in good shape. All right, we'll gently release, come back to the neutral tabletop, and then I like to warm up the hips before we begin. So find your neutral tabletop, engage your core by pulling your belly button to your spine. Keep the right leg bent, lift that right leg behind you. Nice. Re-engage the core if you've released that. And now we'll find some hip circles. Big, slow hip circles with that right knee. See if you can keep the rest of your body stationary and still as you're just rotating that hip in as wide of circles as is comfortable for you. And then switch directions with your circle. And then release the right knee down to the mat. Re-engage the core, left leg lifts, hip circles on this side. Tap into that slow, steady breath. Your breath, your intention, and your awareness of the present moment are vital aspects to this practice. So see if you can keep returning to the breath. Keep it slow and steady, in and out through the nose. All right, reverse the circle here on the left leg. And then let's place the left knee down, back into our tabletop. From here, kick the left leg out. So the left leg stays bent, the left foot shifts behind you. We'll lift the right leg, come up onto the left arm for this modified side plank. So it's a side plank, but we're on the left knee. You're using your left foot as kind of a kickstand. If it feels good, you can lift up the arm, the right arm. Really push the ground away with your left arm, left shoulder. And now let's lift that right foot a little bit higher. Keeping the core engaged, we're working into our core, our shoulder stability, and obviously our hip strength here on the outer right hip. So let's find some pulses here. Up, down, up. So pulsing, working into that outer hip strength. All right, lift the foot up, keep it held up. Right arm comes overhead, so bicep is near the ear. And then we'll crunch the right knee to right elbow. Inhale to stretch it out. Exhale to crunch. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. And then we'll come back to tabletop. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So right foot kicks out, left leg lifts. Get stable here, then option to lift the left arm. Find your stability, re-engage the core. And then let's lift that left leg a little higher and pulse. All right, lift it up and hold it. Left arm comes overhead, left bicep near the left ear. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to crunch it in. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. And then let's come back to the tabletop. Nice. Let's do another cat-cow just to loosen up the spine. And then back to our neutral tabletop. So from here, let's push it up into plank. So find your plank pose, starting with some stability and some core work here. So engage your core, pull the belly button up towards the spine, round your upper back, really push the floor away, engage the glutes, maybe shift forward a little bit. And so you're welcome to stay in this plank pose if you want to go a little bit further. Let's try a stretched plank. So we'll walk our feet back a little bit, as far back as they can go, and we'll walk the hands forward. So the hands are as far forward as you can comfortably get them. Remember to engage the core. Breathing here, stretching out your plank. You may notice some trembling. It's good stuff. All right, walk it back. Hands back under the shoulders, back to our regular plank. And then as you exhale, pushing it back into your down dog. Walk the dog, bending one leg and then the other. Loosening through the hips and the hamstrings. Let's find some stillness in our down dog. So take a moment here of stillness. Walk the feet together. On your inhale, right leg lifts up for three-legged dog. And as you exhale, knee comes to right elbow. Inhale for three-legged dog. This time, keep that right leg lifted. Shift forward for one-legged plank. Lower down for a one-legged chaturanga push-up. Inhaling back to the one-legged plank. Back to three-legged dog. Inhale here. And as you exhale, knee comes to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. As you exhale, shifting forward. Inhale here. Exhale, lower for your chaturanga push-up. Back to plank. And then pushing it back to your three-legged dog. Inhale. And as you exhale, right knee comes to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, shifting forward. Inhale in your one-legged plank. Exhale, lower down, push up. Back to the top. And pushing it back to your three-legged dog. Set the right foot down. On your inhale, lift the left leg. Three-legged dog on the other side. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Shift forward. Take an inhale. Lower through your chaturanga push-up on an exhale. Pushing back to three-legged plank. Back to three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Shift forward. Inhale here. Exhale, lower for a push-up. Back to three-legged plank. Back to three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Shift forward. Find an inhale. Lower through your push-up. Push it back to your three-legged dog. Exhale. Release the left foot down, back into your down dog. Inhale to come high into your toes, bending your knees, and as you exhale, stepping to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. This time lower it down into a malasana, yoga squat. So find your version of this, lowering down. You can elevate the heels. Hands can be at heart center. Just find length in the spine. Slow your breathing down. You can shift side to side here. See if you can get your breath under control, slow and steady through the nose. From here, let's lower down onto the butt. Let's take the left shin out front, and we'll come into this 90-90 position. So the left shin is parallel with the top of the mat, so kind of like the front half of pigeon pose. But instead of the right leg being back behind us, this right shin is at a 90-degree angle. So the right shin is parallel with the right side of your mat. So two 90-degree angles with your legs. And we'll just get settled here for just a second before we get a little strength and mobility in this position. So we're just first allowing our body to relax while we're in the position, get a little bit used to it. From here, see if you can lift your hands. Can you bring your hands to heart center? We're going to see if we can keep our left shin and knee down towards the mat, on the mat, or we want to prevent it from lifting up too much here. I have a tendency to lift that one, so see if we can keep that down. And what we're going to do is lift the right leg, fully lifting the right leg, the knee and the ankle, and then we'll swing it around out front. So the right leg is straight, and then rotate it back, keeping it hovering. Swing it around to the front, very slow and controlled swing, with the right leg straight, and then swing it back. Hover the knee, and we'll do that once more. Swing it around to the front, swing it back. And then gently setting the right leg down. You can release the hands here. Keep the left knee pinned down. Let's lift the right knee. Keep the distance between the knees as far apart as you're able to. Once you hit your maximum distance, you can lift the left knee, and we'll shift all the way over, facing the back of the mat. So we're in the same position, 90-90. And this time our right shin is parallel with the back of the mat, and the left shin is now parallel with the long side of the mat. So same position, other side. We'll take a moment to, again, just get settled here. You can have your hands on the floor for support. Just trying to breathe and relax, catching your breath. From here, see if you can lift the hands. Are you able to hold yourself upright? Core is strong. You can bring your hands to heart center, or any other variation with the arms. From here, let's keep the right knee and shin down towards the mat. Lift the left leg, lift the left knee, the left ankle, let that whole leg hover. And then we'll rotate it around, swing it out in front of us. If your right knee comes up a little bit in this position, that's okay. Keep that left leg straight and then rotate it back to hover. We're not setting it down yet, we're rotating it right back to the front. Hold, swing it around and hover. All right, one more, swing it to the back, hold. Swing it back, hover, hold here for a moment, and then gently release the left knee and ankle down to the mat. Let's again pin the right knee down to the mat, lift the left knee. Keep this distance between knees as far apart as possible. Once you've hit that distance, you can lift the right knee, and we'll rotate back to this 90-90 position at the front of the mat. Great job. This one that we've just done really works into those hips. I'm sure you felt that. It's core, it's hips, flexor, it's your outer hip, your glute medius, all into these areas which are often overlooked. So I think it's really important to strengthen into the hips. So good job for following me along with that one. So from here, let's come onto the knees, push it back to our down dog. So find your down dog position again. Let's take a couple cleansing breaths as we did at the beginning of class, just to reset the energy. So exhale everything out. Inhale through the nose, filling all the way up. Open the mouth, side out. Inhale again, filling all the way up. Open the mouth, side out. On your next inhale, come high into the toes and hop or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rising up, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's take just a second. Recall your intention, your why for this practice. Why are you here? Why are you working? Why are you practicing? How can we grow? So just bring your mind back to that intention before we get into our next flow. All right, as you inhale, bending the knees, fingertips brush the mat. Find your chair pose. Arms lifted. You can bring the hands to heart center if that feels a little bit better for you, or you can lift the arms up wherever you are. See if you can sit a little lower, and then see if you can just slightly tuck that tailbone just a little bit. And as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, stepping back to your upper plank. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale, lowering it down through your chaturanga. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale for down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, right knee to your nose. Inhale, three leg. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, very slowly step the right foot between your hands at the top of the mat. As you inhale, come up for your high lunge. And then lower that left knee down. So we're hovering the left knee. Check in with your hips. Pull your right hip back, your left hip forward so your hips are square to the front of the mat. And that left knee should be hovering anywhere from 2 to 6 inches above the mat. Arms come up. Breathing here. So inhale. And as you exhale, open into your warrior two. Inhale, come back to that hovering high lunge. Exhale, lean forward for your arrow lunge. Inhale, back to the hovering high lunge. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, hovering high lunge. Exhale, arrow lunge. Inhale, hovering high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, hovering high lunge. Exhale, arrow lunge. Inhale, hovering high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to exalt, reverse your warrior. As you exhale, find extended side angles. So right forearm can come to the top of the right thigh, left arm, left bicep coming up near the left ear, reaching overhead. Engage the core, sink a little lower in your hips. If you want a little more challenge, you can lift the right arm. So the right arm is reaching out overhead. So if you can twist your chest open to the left, find your stability. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior, exalt. And as you exhale, cartwheel the arms through and push off, finding your warrior three. So your right leg is planted, your left leg is lifted. Lower the left hip. Find length. So the crown of the head is reaching forward. The bottom of your left foot is kicking straight back as if kicking into a wall. And your core is nice and engaged. Find your sense of stability and invite a little sense of ease in this pose. Breathing. Remember to breathe. On your next inhale, shifting forward, lifting that left leg up ahead. And as you exhale, the left leg comes down. Nice. As you inhale, bend the legs, fingertips brush the mat, chair pose. Squat a little lower. Breathing here. And tuck the tailbone just a little bit. On your next exhale, forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, stepping it back into your high plank. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale for down dog. Walk the feet together. Inhale, lift the left leg for three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, slowly stepping the foot through between the hands. Inhale, coming up, finding that hovering high lunge. So again, take stock, notice the hips, pull the left hip back and the right hip forward. So you're squared off here. Inhale, bring the arms back up. Lower the right knee to a hover. Breathing here. Inhale. And as you exhale, open into warrior two. Inhale back to high lunge. Exhale, arrow lunge. Inhale, hovering high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, hovering high lunge. Exhale, arrow lunge. Inhale, hovering high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, hovering high lunge. Exhale, arrow lunge. Inhale, hovering high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to exalt your warrior. And as you exhale, extended side angle on this side. So left forearm finds the left thigh. Right arm comes up and overhead. Right bicep is near the right ear. Open the chest to the right a little bit more. Sink into your hips just a little bit more. Breathe. See if you can relax your face, relax your neck. And if you'd like a little more challenge, lift that left arm as well. On your inhale, exalting your warrior. And as you exhale, cartwheeling the hands, pushing up into warrior three. So right leg is lifted, your body is in this T position, your core is engaged. You can bring hands to heart center, lifting the right foot, kicking back with the right foot as you extend your spine and your neck to reach the crown of your head forward. Lowering the right hip so the hips are even. Finding that sense of ease and breathing here. On your inhale, shifting forward, lifting the right leg, balancing on the right leg, or on the left leg, excuse me. And then as you exhale, slowly stepping the right foot to the left. Great job, everyone. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale to lower. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, stepping it back into high plank. Inhale, shifting the weight forward. Exhale, lower down through chaturanga. This time, inhale, back to plank. Exhale, lower down through chaturanga push-up. One more. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, lowering down and hold at the bottom of your chaturanga for 3, 2, 1, and then release onto your belly. Bring the palms underneath the shoulders. On your inhale, lifting your upper body for a cobra lift. Not using the arm strength, just using the back strength. And as you exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra lift. Exhale, lower. This time as you inhale, look over the right shoulder. Exhale to lower. Inhale, look over the left shoulder. Exhale, lower. This time walk the feet together. Inhale, lift the upper body, lift the arms, lift the feet, lift the lower body, lifting everything up. Back of the neck is nice and long. Squeeze your elbows together behind your back. Lift your feet, squeeze the glutes. Continue breathing. You can stay here. If you want a little more, inhale to reach the arms overhead. Exhale to pull them in like you're doing a pull-up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. And then lower down onto the mat. Releasing here. Push up onto your knees. Knees can come as wide as the mat. Big toes can come together to touch. Push it back into your child's pose. Reaching the arms nice and long. If it feels good, your forehead can rest down on the mat. Continue to breathe in and out through your nose. Slowing the breath down. So you've completed all the hard parts of class today. So take a moment of gratitude to yourself for showing up, which is 90% of the battle. And also giving a real effort today on your mat to do what you are able to do to take one step forward for your health, for your mind, for your body, for your spirit. It's so important to take these practices where we can really push ourselves, really put ourselves in challenging situations, but see how calm and steady we can remain in our mind and in our breath. So again, I thank you for showing up to practice with me today, for working on your strength and your stability. I really want to be around people who are working to uplift their consciousness. So I see you and I appreciate you. May we open to awareness for the benefit of all beings. Thank you so much, friends. I hope to see you again next time.